Yo, this is Ceezar, of course from Columbus, Ohio, in the middle of the heart of it all. Some of the beginnings that I can think about from my music, you know, a lot of people look at me as a young guy and think, of course, like I'm probably inexperienced, which is, understandable. But I'm 17 years old right now, so calculating that gives me close to 11 or 12 years doing hip hop. So that being said, my heart is in it, and I've been dedicated to it for a long time. Pretty much, as soon as I could speak, I was rapping. You know what I'm saying? The MC skills and the control and verses and things came later on, but I was doing it as soon as I was able to speak. So it's essentially in my blood. A lot of my influences, probably, you know, to some people may seem cliche, but Tupac Shakur is probably one of the most amazing people that I've ever come across. His artist side, the person that he was, really inspires me. And it's really interesting because if you listen to my music, I never cuss. I don't really talk about extremely vulgar or violent things. I have an extremely positive outlook on a lot of things, and it's a really cool thing to tell people, oh yeah, yo, one of my biggest influences is Pop. And then they go listen to my songs, like, you sure? You know what I'm saying? But it's more the human he was that really gets to me. And even carrying on from that to just my subject matter and things that I like to talk about and things that I like to go into, I think it's really, really cool to notice. I mean, as a student of any art, you have to be dedicated. You have to pride yourself in the art that you're a student of. So when I studied, it's a very obvious trend, the direction that hip-hop is taking. So the reason why a lot of the old heads get mad is because respect for the game has been lost. And that term is overused, but unfortunately it's true. So a cool thing for me to do is I look the same, I go to the same schools, I talk the same languages, we walk the same streets, I go to the same events as these people that are, in hip-hop's eyes, doing the genre a disservice. And when you hear my music, you see something completely different. So I think it's cool to take an image that people may perceive as being a negative one and use that to transcend and become positive. So Ceezar means create everything excellent with zero acts of recklessness. Ceezar. And therein lies the essence of my name. I can't picture nobody else being at the top, and that's not being cocky, that's just me listening to when God speaks, and the pace I move is God's speed, so it's nobody beside me. And anyone in front of me is soon to be behind me. I commit lyrical homies for a hobby. And I don't have the evidence, so it's not going to be hard to find the body. I'll be right there when the cops show up like, yeah, y'all got me. So in that I do my best to make my music positive and with cool themes and cool thoughts, you know what I'm saying? It's still not cliche. The process that I have to go through when writing music is a lot of times a lot more difficult than probably an average songwriting process would be. So even when it comes down to like certain performances that I'm going to be doing, of course I hand select a certain group of songs to correspond with the performance that I'll be doing. So I just put out a collection on July 2nd, which is my birthday. So the day I turned 17, I put out a music collection, and it's called The Overachiever. And shortly after that, I was invited to do the Polar Showcase. So I'm sitting thinking like, yo, what songs am I gonna do? What songs am I gonna do? Because I know the crowd that they're gonna have out is very possibly going to be some of these, you know what I'm saying, people who might be a little bit skeptical of these new guys coming in with, you know what I'm saying, sagging skinny pants and bright colored hats, you know what I'm saying? But it's cool, and I love that. I love the opportunity to change people's opinions, or if they don't necessarily have an opinion, just to solidify one for them. So I'm thinking of songs that I can do. And the first song that I performed was one called I'm So Good. And the concept is so dope because I'm So Good is essentially about being carefree and not necessarily worrying about the pressures of doing all this and doing all that, because I'm extremely passionate about what I do. I'm extremely passionate, and you can feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even have to say it if you're just near me on for any solid amount of time, you feel the passion coming from me. So people pick up on that passion, and it's infectious. And a lot of times I'll get like, oh, I cannot wait till you get on. I can't wait till you do this. You have to do this. You have to do that. And the residual from that extremely positive thing is a little bit of pressure. And I'm like, yo, like what if I don't? You know what I'm saying? What if I don't become this big cool dude? Or I'll see like people on Instagram with money, who knows where it will come from. And I'm looking at my pockets like, what do I got? Pencil, you know what I'm saying? Like lint, you know what I'm saying? But I'm working hard and I'm doing well for myself. So that song just kind of goes for all the people who feel like they have pressures to do things, or feel like there's certain expectations that people might have of them, but disregarding all of it and just coming back to yourself being happy. So like the first verse starts out, yo, I feel like I just signed a major deal, and I'm walking to my car like it was for over 100 mil.
And I'm driving down the street like I was in a new Bugatti. My music is obnoxious, I'm not into everybody, and y'all probably think I'm crazy. Matter of fact, I might be. My life is a movie. Tell me, do I look like Spike Lee? I've been working since 6 in the morning. Do I look like Ice-T? I'm always gonna be Gucci cause my rap game's so icy. They be like you killing them, I be like I might be. I got more taste than a icy, and I don't stand to try me, because whenever I see you, you end up in the ICU. Hype is always hype, but when it comes to me, it might be true. Just making sure y'all know who cheer it is. I hear you talking, but my song is on, so I ain't listening. I'd rather listen to my music than a hater. So all that negative stuff is gonna have to wait till later. I swear I'm so good, and I don't care at all, even though I know I probably should, and I probably would. They always saying life ain't easy. Now let me hear you say I'm so good. Say I'm so good. Say I'm so good.
And one of my main philosophies about life in general is just to focus on the positive things. And internal happiness is something that you just cannot replace with anything else. No material wealth, no bullet points of success. And then the pressure kind of dissolves, and you can move on to do what you might have wanted to do. So that's kind of what I'm so good is about. Just, you know what I'm saying, just being cool and relaxing and enjoying stuff. And people, so going to the Polar Showcase, I did that song, and of course people received it well, because no matter what I look like, no matter how I'm saying it, my age, you know what I'm saying, my attire, whatever, the beat, whatever it might be, it's the concept and the theme that people can relate to.
I said, stop until you break the floor. Yell till your lungs can't take no more. Is this what y'all been waiting for?
This is what we've been waiting for.
And I asked the crowd, or anybody who's listening, is this what y'all been waiting for? And at every performance, like at the Polar Showcase, like I would coach the crowd, like, yo, I'm gonna say this, and y'all gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? So they say back, this is what we've been waiting for. Because even if those people might not have wanted me to succeed earlier, or they wonder why I did it, or they supported me, but they were hesitant about it, once it's done, it's done. And the benefits are obvious, and the people see exactly why I did do it, and they're happy and they celebrate, because I don't do things selfishly, you know, I do it for the people. So they see it, and I say, so is this what y'all been waiting for? And they see it, of course, this is what we've been waiting for. So you stop until you break the floor. Y'all till your lungs can't take no more. Is this what y'all been waiting for? This is what we've been waiting for. And there's been so many things that have happened to me that have just been a result of blessings from God first, and determination and trueness to self. You know what I'm saying? I've been surrounded by probably the most positive group of people that I could ever be surrounded with, which is part of the blessing part, but I try my best to be so focused and determined. So I won a contest back my sophomore year of high school. I'm not going to go deep into it, but essentially the whole city of Columbus was invited to submit a song that was an ode to the city. Rock, folk, alternative, electronic, hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? And hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people entered. Not submitted my humble song, you know what I'm saying, in my town. And a 16-year-old, young, black, pants sagging, rapping dude was selected to be one of the 12 songs included on a CD that will represent my city 200 years in, and that's history that can never be erased. The first verse of the breakout goes, "This is probably the craziest feeling I had since knowing I had what it took. This is probably the craziest feeling I had since seeing my face in the book from the hands that I shook. I done got put into my city's history singing them.
Get closer to my dreams. Now I'm happy that I took some of these chances. Everybody got questions? Well, here go y'all's answers. I have a 4.0 and a positive flow. Don't worry how low my pants is. I don't pay attention to standards. I don't switch up when no cameras be up in my face with questions. My answers are gonna be candid. I let the world know what my plan is, and I pray that y'all understand it. If you don't, then I'ma make you, cause I won't be taken for granted. My passion is unmatchable. My state of mind is one of a kind. I'm openly hoping to blow so that I can show that the crown is rightfully mine. I mean rightfully ours. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. This one for my fans and my fam and everyone else who helped. Barbershop, school support, talent shows, news report. Make some noise up in here so they can see who I do it for. Stop it till you break the floor. Guilty and I can't take no more. Is this what y'all been waiting for?
That's what we've been waiting for.
Stop it till you break the floor. Guilty and I can't take no more. Is this what y'all been waiting for?
That's what we've been waiting for.
Hold up now.
Represents that exhale feeling that I was telling you about a little bit earlier, and it represents the people who have a passion for something or believe in themselves, and it may be clear to other people or it may not, but they pursue it, and you start to see the coolest thing is when you start to see results. So that book was a result. The fact that I was invited to the Polar Showcase, that's a result. The fact that I've been able to put out 3 studio quality music projects is a result, and that's not to brag because I don't know, I probably shook hands with every person who ever listened to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not famous, I'm not bragging to y'all, but it's just saying with the help of God and the people around me, I do my best to work hard, and I pride myself in being a representative. See what I'm saying? So I'm not doing it for myself. I'm not even doing it necessarily for the ones close to me. I do it for the people who hate me. I do it for the people who be like, I hope he fails, because I know they will be affected positively if I do this. And that's what I try to tell myself to think about. Will the people be affected positively if I do this? If the answer is no, then I don't do it. And if the answer is yes, then I do.